The idea of virtual reality or VR and the first early prototypes appeared in the 1950s, but the technology available at the time was not enough for people to buy into it. However, VR has suddenly started to take off and is becoming a major disruptive technology, with Facebook buying Oculus VR, HTC partnering with Valve to make the HTC Vive, and Google releasing the Google Cardboard, and more recently the Google Daydream View. These are the big names in the VR market today, but for VR to be successful, it has to be useful first, and that is why these companies, as well as startups, are attempting to push the technology into many fields and industries, one of the most important ones being education. The question is, though, can VR enhance learning? One of the obvious advantages of VR in education is the motivation for learning. There is a sense of enthusiasm when playing games or being involved in a virtual learning environment, or VLE, that could help to engage the attention of students more often. Studies even suggest an increase in immersion, such as a study done in the US where 238 undergraduates doing chemistry concluded that the students perceived themselves as being in the environment. However, findings from a VR science exhibit revealed that some learners were frightened by specific types of non-realistic VLEs, which could therefore break the VR experience altogether. Out of most studies, the general trend is that the results from tests done by students do not change due to VLEs, suggesting no positive impact on grades and academic learning. However, from the reading of many academic papers, the main reason for VR use overall is to experience situations that cannot be accessed physically. This applies in education, as not all experiences could be lived through traditionally due to time, physical inaccessibility, being dangerous situations, and ethical problems. For disabled people and those with disorders, such as autism, VR in education could really make a difference, especially to people who are intellectually impaired. In my opinion, there should be a lot more research and experimentation done to be able to make more confident conclusions. I do believe that VR can enhance learning if the VLEs used are correctly applied. More importantly, I agree with the paper on VR being a disruptive technology when it is suggested that education has been slow in the adoption of new technologies, including for use at home, where the acquisition of new knowledge can be done outside of a learning environment such as a college.